Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further. Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at factors and the method we would use to be able to find factors. Now factors often come in pairs because factors are two numbers that multiply together to make another number basically, okay? So what are the factors of 15? What are the factors of 36? We're going to start off by having a little look at the method and then we're going to see how we would answer a question that looks like this. Well, factors, say for example, you were to have the number 5. The factors of 5 would be 1 and 5 because 1 times 5 is going to give you 5. So that number would have two factors. Say for example, if you were to have 6, then your factors would be 1 and 6, but it would also be 2 and 3 because 1 times 6 is going to give you 6 and 2 times 3 is also going to give you 6. So this would have 4 factors, this would have 2 factors. So let's have a little look at what the method says we need to do for this. First things first, we need to set up our factor tree, okay? So a factor tree is just what I was doing there. So we put the number at the top like that, okay? Second part of the method says start with 1 and the number itself, okay? So the factors of a number are always going to be 1 and the number itself. The only one where that wouldn't be the case for would be 1, because 1 times 1 would give you 1, but that's not got two different numbers, it's only got one number, hasn't it, okay? So, start with 1 and the number itself. Part 3 of the method says, check if the number is in your 2's, then your 3's, then your 4's, and you'd carry on going like that, okay? And then the final part says, when you reach a factor already on the right of a pair, you need to stop, because that tells you when you need to stop. Because what's really important about this is doing it systematically. It's really important that we make sure that we're not just going, oh, well, I know 3 and 5 are going to make 15, because it's important to have a method where we can go, okay, I don't want to miss anything out. So if I go systematically, starting with my 1's, then my 2's, then my 3's, it's going to be much better to make sure that you don't miss anything out, particularly when you're using more complicated numbers. So, first part of the method, set up your factor tree. I've done that, okay? Second part of your method, start with 1 and the number itself. So, the factors of 15, we know 1 and 15 are going to be factors of 15, because 1 times 15 is going to give you 15. The next part says, check if the number is in your 2's, then 3's, then 4's, and etc. Now, sometimes you may need to check all these. Sometimes, again, it can be done with the eye test or just our knowledge. I know 15 is an odd number, so it's not going to be in my 2's, it's not going to be in my 4's, it's not going to be in my 6's, it's not going to be in my 8's, because it's an odd number. And those times tables, they don't have odd numbers in them, do they? Okay? For it to have an odd number in the times table, the times table has to be odd, so it has to be 1's, 3's, 5's, 7's, and so on. Okay? So, we know we can do the 1 and the number itself as factors. So, is it the 2 times tables? No. So then what we do is we move on to the 3 times tables. Is it in the 3 times tables? Well, yeah, because 3 times 5 is going to give us 15. Okay, then we move on again. Is it in the 4 times tables? No, because it's odd. Is it in the 5 times tables? Yes, it is. And this is where part 4 comes in over here. When you reach a factor already on the right of a pair, we need to stop. So, I've said in my 1's, not in my 2's, in my 3's, not in my 4's, and in my 5's. But now, I've got my 5 is already on the right-hand side. That means that I've already used all of the factors, all of the factor pairs to be able to create this number. Okay, because we don't need to write 5 and 3 and 15 and 1. If it turns up on the right hand side, then we've already used this number, so we don't need to write it again. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question. What are the factors of 36? Now this is an interesting one, and there's a reason why I've chosen 36. So, start off with the first part of our method. Set up your factor tree. So I've got 36. Again, start with 1 and the number itself, because we know 1 and 36, 1 times 36 is going to give me 36. 36 I can see is even, so straight away I'm going to go, okay, it's going to be my 2's, 2 times what is going to give me 36. There's lots of ways I can do this. One of the ways is I can just halve it, can't I? I know half of 36 is going to give me 18. If I was really unsure, what I could do is I could do 36 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3 once, carry the 1. 2 goes into 16 8 times. Oh, there you go, 36 when divided by 2 is going to be 18. So 2 times 18 is going to give you 36. So far, the factors we've got are 1 and 36, 2 and 18. Is it in the 3 times tables? Well, yes, because I know 3 times 12 is going to give me 36. So 3 times 12 is going to give me 36. What about my 4 times tables? Again, I know that 4 times 9 is going to give me 36. In the 5s? Well, no, because it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, so it's not going to be in my 5s. Is it in my 6s? I'm just going to write these down to check. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Yes, 36 is in my 6s, but here's the thing with this. Most of these are factor pairs. 1 times 36 makes 36. 2 times 18 is 36. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. But these are individual factors, so the factors would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 36, 18, 12 and 9. So at the moment, so far, before we finish the question, we've got 8 factors. But we know there's another factor. We know 6 times 6 is going to get us 36. Now we don't write 6 times 6 like that because we've used that number once. So the factor is just 6. So instead, the way we would write it is like this. And it just shows that it's a square number. It shows you've done 6 times 6 and it goes in the middle because you've multiplied it by itself. So 6 times 6 is going to give us 36. So what are the factors of 36? 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and 6 times 6, or 6 and 6. So in total, this number would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factors. Okay? Whereas this number has 1, 2, 3, 4 factors. For a number to be a prime number, it can only have 2 factors, one in itself. If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.